text messages telling me who's too skinny and then who's too fat.
My name's Emma and I do the Safe and Sound programme, which is a domestic abuse awareness programme for young women. So first and foremost, the money was used for us to bring groups of young women together who typically can be quite isolated. Also taking the young women away in residentials, which involved getting them away from that environment and allowing them space and time to be themselves and really build up their confidence.
Well, I'm Donna. I've been working in the working group now, which is through Youth Action's Safe and Sound programme. We feel as a group of young women that this is our chance now to get our voices heard.
What we have now is I have a resource like in the comic book and the film that I can actually use myself.
We're trying to get the point out there that helps here for whatever needs you need help with. Like.
This programme has supported them in trying to develop their skills and open up doors in the hope that they want to make changes in their lives to make their lives better.
Christine Cull, and I'm a young women's worker. Women's Aid work with women affected by domestic violence, young, old, and they work with their children as well. A gap was identified within Women's Aid of the age group of young women 16 to 25-year-olds. So the funding was used to incorporate services for young women to come to.
Yes, Trash Fashion is run by Belfast, New Belfast Community Arts. That used to be a hooded top. Okay, it was the hoodie and a jacket. So then we decided to take down the zip, look at it a different way. So it's just really looking at clothes different ways.
Within the last year alone, there has been 200 people that have used the service so far. This is continuing, so there's still continuous referrals into the project. It has really given them a boost of their self-esteem and give them a lot of confidence knowing that they're not the only one of that young age experiencing domestic violence and that they have somewhere to come to.
Okay, so I Matter is a group of young blind and partially sighted people who campaign on issues which affect them. So youth outreach money was spent on 2 residentials, of which this is the second. And the aim of those residentials was to increase confidence in our young people through courses in communications and presentation skills. Over the course of the 2 residentials, we have supported around 16 young people. So I think the funding has really helped to increase the confidence of young people to express their views and opinions.
Coming together and bringing our experiences together, we can feed those back into the likes of the visual awareness training that we now intend to deliver, and that's made for a better quality of training and hopefully is going to make changes for the better for others who are participating in youth groups in the future.
My name is Hassan Mansour. I work as an administrator here at the Belfast Islamic Centre, and my NI stands for Muslim Youth Northern Ireland. It got them involved in the Duke of Edinburgh scheme. It strengthened the organisation as such. It gave them opportunities to reach out to other groups and other areas.
We were here for 2 days. We're doing Here Comes Some activities. I most enjoyed rock climbing because it was like really freaky.
I'm Osama and I'm down here to enjoy myself, having fun with my friends, and the most thing I enjoyed today was rock climbing and archery.
It opened gates for them so they can progress and see results from what they're doing and makes them grow as individuals as well and more mature and more responsible for their community.
My name is Deb Irwin. I work as Youth Work Manager for Public Achievement. We developed a programme which we have called Breaking the Cycle, and we have focused on working with young people from ethnic minority backgrounds and with young women. And we've worked with those young people to address issues of violence that they may face in their communities. An important part of the process has been for those young people to show off their work and make it public. And so the young people have worked on a variety of things. Quite a few have done film projects, some have done drama work and created short dramas. I think it's been a very empowering process for the young people because it hasn't been about what we've done to them, so it hasn't been about youth work being done to them, but they've been very much kind of steering the process and taking leadership and being the people who are making a difference and making changes happen.
Over the past 3 years, we've used the funding for numerous different things. Basically, we've ran a couple of different workshops for the group. We've invited guest speakers in to speak to the group and train them up in areas around keeping safe, sexual health, what it's like to come out, and how how the education system can look after young people who are same-sex attracted.
This is the only one like gay group, like youth group basically, and you wouldn't see most of the people in there getting on like they do out in public basically, and like I don't know, like you can just be have more of a laugh and be yourselves totally.
You know, a lot of people maybe they aren't out to their families, but they still manage to get down here. I think Glennie's given me the confidence to actually have that view, to stand up for myself.
My name's Tim Power and I'm Service Manager with Positive Futures for Family Services. The area that I work with and the area that Youthnet has helped us with is obviously around our work with children. And we've used this money to help us work with young people with a learning disability, mainly with a severe learning disability. One of the areas that I'm really thrilled about has been that we've used the money to start what I call an inclusive advocacy group. So this is a group of our young people working with their peers from the community. There's been a real bond built up between the young folk from the community and the young folk that we would support, and it does feel like, a seamless group rather than our kids and their kids, which is what we're trying to avoid. So that's been really fantastic for us.
My name is Colin Downey. I work for a charity called Maycap. Funding was basically split into 4 areas. You get the north, east, south and west area of Northern Ireland. I had been responsible for the eastern area, so we were given a small pot of money by our manager and told to basically recruit some staff, recruit some children to try and integrate them into mainstream youth provision. I went around to different youth clubs, scout groups, girls' brigades, that sort of thing, explained the act. So everybody was very positive and there was a lot of high hope for it. Families and parents and brothers and sisters and whatnot were happy that there was another project that their child or brother could get involved in.
My name is Polly McMillan and I work at Lisburn YMCA here in Market Square. The Youth Outreach funding provided huge capacity into the YMCA to be able to build on existing services and to offer that to a wider group of young people who previously wouldn't have been engaging with services.
I'm Claire Thompson. I'm a student here. I've been here for 10 weeks on my placement. I've been doing individual work with one of the girls from a local school who's got Asperger's, and have been working on a Monday night as well with autistic young people, Down syndrome and Asperger's as well.
The project had involved 3 strands, one working directly face to face with young people with a learning disability, 2 was around capacity building and building skills within the sector and the youth sector. The 3rd dimension was all about supporting parents to be able to build confidence, having the information around that they got around kind of basic development around health. It would make them more empowered to be able to understand the changes that will happen to their body as well as they move from being a child into adulthood as well.